beginning here with hands and knees. The knees are just under the hips, the wrists are just underneath the shoulders. And then we'll come into our cat and cow to continue to warm up the back, since we've been on the back since the strap series warm up. So as we inhale, we'll drop the belly, shine your heart forward, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, begin from the tailbone, round into the back, if that's okay for your back, and then drop your head and neck. If you have any disc injuries, it is recommended that you not come into a rounding of the back. So just be mindful of that. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale and round into the back. Yeah, drop your head and neck. Couple more of these. Oh, feels good now that we've been on our back to just really stretch it out. Oh, we'll take a couple more of these, and now we're going to go into a lateral move of the spine. So from here, as you're in your cat and cow, we're going to draw the left ear to the left hip, and then we'll come back through center, and then exhale again, right ear to right hip. So you're just wagging the dog, basically, tail to ear on both sides. Just a nice lateral flexion. So one side you'll feel a nice compression on the side waist, and on the other side you'll feel a nice extension through the lateral stretches of the spine. So we've moved flexion and extension, and now we've moved laterally with the spine, and now we're going to twist around it, which we did on our back, but now we're going to do it with a different orientation to gravity. So from here, we're going to send the left arm straight ahead of the shoulder, and then we'll sweep the right arm up. And as the right arm comes back through, we're going to thread that hand right through so that the right shoulder comes down onto the earth, and then the right side of your face. And then you can extend this arm straight out, and then see if you can feel like your left armpit is tracing closer towards the earth. And just breathe here as the inhale comes a length along the spine, and then the exhale will just sink a little deeper into this twist. Might feel a little different from when we were on our backs in the twist. Now we're just moving around the spine in a different orientation to gravity. And when you're ready, we'll bring that left hand underneath the shoulder, and then we'll open up, follow that hand with your eyes, and then come back to your cat and cow. Nice. Take a couple of cat and cow here, just to release that side, and then we'll send the right arm short forward of the shoulder, and then the left arm will sweep up, and then that arm will come underneath so that the left shoulder comes to the earth, and then the left side of your face. So I'll turn just so you can see it from this side as well, in case that helps. And then you can walk this hand forward, and then draw that shoulder and that inner armpit there, drawing it down towards the earth. If you do that, it might feel a really nice stretch across the upper back. And in this variation, we're leaving the tailbone high, and we're each inhale extending through the spine, and each exhale softening down on that shoulder. Nice. And then we'll walk the right hand back underneath the shoulder, and we'll press back up and unwind as you follow that hand with your eyes. Nice. And then we'll come into our first downward dog. So when you're ready, we'll send the wrists a little bit forward of the shoulders. We'll tuck the back toes, lift the knees off the earth, so you're in this lifted position, and then draw your heart towards your thighs, looking back through your legs. And then when you're ready, just extending one heel and then the other closer to the earth. So you're feeling as if you're pressing the front of the mat away, you're really lifting up on the tailbone, and your heart is coming down towards the tops of your legs. So it's really lifted and pressing away, and any movement in this down dog that feels right and left, right and left. through the hands. Nice. Take another big breath here. And when you're ready, we'll look forward on an inhale and we'll step or hop, bring our feet to our hands, and then come into a forward fold. So let your hands come off the earth to whatever degree. And again, if forward folds don't work for you because of disc issues in your back, just stay here in a halfway lift position. Otherwise, soften in the knees and come on down so that your chest is over your thighs and your head is coming back through your legs, crown of the head coming closer to the earth. Maybe you take opposite elbows and you can rock side to side. Nice. And then we'll bring the hands to the shins and we'll all come to that halfway lift part. Extending through the crown of the head, tailbone reaching away. Gaze is straight down so that the cervical spine is still in the right alignment. Maybe your shoulder blades come together on the back. Nice. And then exhale and drape on in. And then we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. Draw your heart up. Extend through the spine. Exhale. Pause and go back in. And then inhale. Come on up. One last time. Exhale. Come on down. And then we're going to bend deep into the knees. Press into the feet. And then inhale to rise all the way up. Center. And then the exhale carries the hands to the heart. Maybe you can revisit your intention. Maybe think about journaling after this practice to see where have those negative thoughts come up and maybe start to build that awareness. And then we'll come into our namaskar, so coming to the top of our space. We'll bring our feet straight out under our hips and then roll our shoulders back, down and open. Tailbone just tracing towards the earth as we're lifting up in the thighs. So this is our mountain pose where we'll start our namaskars. So inhale, reach up. On the exhale, we'll swan dive over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway. And then the exhale, we'll plant the hand, step the right foot back, and bring the right knee to the earth. Feel free to put a blanket under that knee if you need to cushion it. And then just check your alignment that the front knee is behind or just above the ankle. So if your knee is pushing in front of your ankle, do not do that. Increase your stance, widen your stance so that you can comfortably sink the hips. There you go. And then inhale to rise. Exhale, we'll circle around. Hello. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, circle. And then we'll frame that front foot. Or use your blocks or a couple books right here if you feel like you can't extend your spine and touch the earth at the same time. Try not to round in for the same reasons we talked about earlier. And then we'll press back. And then we'll inhale to reach forward and exhale back. Inhale, sink the hips, draw your heart up. Exhale, come back. And now this time we'll come forward. And then when we come back, we'll bring the knees together. We'll walk the fingertips, we'll keep the tailbone high as we sink the heart. Anahata Asana here, heart opening pose. Take a big breath in. And then on your next inhale, we'll roll forward, we'll drop the elbows, allow your shoulders to come over the elbows, tuck one toes and then the other, drawing your hips in alignment. We're in our forearm plank. So pressing into the forearms, really bringing the front body to the back body. So that means really knitting your belly into your spine and pressing out through the heels. The quads are active, everything is active. Maybe a little sacred shake. That's fine, that's good. Take a couple breaths. Drop down onto the knees whenever you need to. We'll all be there in a moment. One more breath. And then on the exhale, we'll lower the knees. We'll bring the pelvis to the earth as we send our heels wide on the mat. And then press into the forearms and lift your heart. Keep your gaze low on the mat. And we'll draw our heart forward of our forearms, coming into this Sphinx pose. Notice if you've clenched up your glutes, can you release those glutes? I give it a little wiggle, and then draw your breath into the low pelvis. You can really press the organs of the low belly down into the earth, getting a nice massage there, really good for building Agni between the forearm plank and this nice internal massage with the breath. If you'd like to take it a little deeper, you can extend the arms and lift up. But if that doesn't work for your back, please just stay right here. Very strengthening. On the inhale, lift up your heart, and on the exhale, send your elbows wide. Bring your third eye to the stacked hands, and then we'll windshield wipe the legs. And again, we're taking that nice massage in the belly as well as releasing the back as we windshield wipe the feet back and forth. And nice opening in the hips too. Another breath or two here, and then we'll bring the feet to stillness at the back of the mat. Draw your toe joints together, press the tops of the feet in so that even your knees come off the earth. And then we'll bring the fingertips to the rib cage, knitting the elbows back and into the body. And then as you lift up for Cobra, rising up in the heart. And then exhale, extend as you lower. Think about lengthening as you lower. And then we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. And then the exhale, extend and lower. One last time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower, and now we'll press back to downward facing dog. And then we'll come to the other side from downward facing dog. So lift your tailbone, walk your dog, any wiggles, anything you need here in down dog. Good way to check your alignment in down dog is to roll forward to a high plank and see if your hands and feet are in the right alignment. And if they are, then your down dog is in a good alignment as well. So then from here, we'll inhale the right leg back behind, and then on the exhale, we'll draw the knee into the body and then send the right foot forward. You might need to help it up, just like that. And then on the exhale, we'll lower the back knee down so the left knee is on the earth and the right knee is forward. And again, check your alignment so that you can sink the hips, and that's to protect the knee. So then we'll inhale and rise up. And exhale and circle around. Inhale, rise up, maybe look up. Exhale and circle. One last time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, circle. Now frame that front foot, sweep the hips back. And enjoy a nice stretch in the hamstring, extending through the spine here. And then inhale again as you drop the hips and bring your heart forward. And then exhale to sweep it back, stretch into the back. Couple more of these. Inhale to come forward, exhale to come back. Last one, inhale forward, exhale back. Now we'll just sweep that knee around so it comes together with the other. Walk the hands long, sink the heart, but keep the tailbone high. Just take one big breath here, and then we'll drop the elbows and we'll roll on forward to your plank, your forearm plank. Draw your hips in alignment, press out through the heel, knit the front body to the back body, inhale here. And then on the exhale, we'll drop the knees, send the heels wide, bring your pelvis to the earth, release the glutes, and then shine your heart forward. Raise up if you want to take that extra level, or just stay right here, enjoy that. And then we'll send the elbows wide, stack the hands, windshield wipe the legs, and then we'll take that nice massage of the belly with the big breath coming right down into the belly. And then from here, we'll bring the feet to stillness at the back of the mat, toe joints together, press the tops of the feet in, and then rise up for Cobra. And then we'll exhale and lower down, and then we'll press into the hands and come on back. And this time, we'll come into downward facing dog. Yeah, nice. And then if you like, we'll come into child's pose. So send your knees wide, toe joints together, press the hips back over the heels, walk the hands long as you sink your heart to the mat. Yeah, and a little bit of extension in the arms as you kind of press the top of the mat away. Helps to bring your hips down over your heels a little closer. And then most importantly, bringing the third eye to the mat. Nice massage of the vagus nerve, really great for the nervous system. Nice and calming. It's also a great spot to take a big inhale through the nose and then exhale with a sigh out of the mouth. Maybe release some heat from the practice. Whew. Nice. Take another lateral stretch here if you like by walking the hands over to one side, extending the arms here, and then sinking back in. So now you walk the hands to the right, you're stretching in the opposite side on the left. Nice big lateral stretch in this variation of your Balasana, your child's pose. And then inhale to lift up, and then exhale, come back to center. Inhale again, and then walk the hands to the other side. And then sink into a little bit of a lateral stretch here on the other side now. Nice. And when you feel complete on that side, then we'll walk the hands forward. And then we'll look forward as we come on back, bring the knees back together. We'll pop on up for downward facing dog. Take a few moments in down dog. And then we'll inhale, look forward, step or hop, bring your feet to your hands. Come into that forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale and bow. Then press into the feet, bend into the knees. And the inhale will carry you all the way back up to the top. You can bring your hands to your heart. And we'll pause there. Notice what's happening in the body. Maybe revisit our intention of coming to that place of positive thoughts in our practice, on the mat, and maybe in real life.